We're going to talk about things that we would have liked to improve with the film. And so this segment here, we're going to let Mr. David tell us what would he have liked to improve about the film.
The ending. I wouldn't even call it an ending, I'd call it the epilogue. Because it could have easily ended when he leaves KGB's place. It could have even easily ended like shortly after that and just have him driving off. I love the fact that the whole, you could look at the whole movie like a single poker game. He started out with, what was it, 3 large?
3 stacks of high society.
3 stacks of high, $30,000. He started out with $30,000.
Okay.
Goes through all this up and down, owing this person money, winning some, losing some. At the end, gets $30,000 back from KGB. Like, breaking perfectly even at the table. Like, the movie being like a mirror in itself, the beginning and the end. Why didn't they just leave it right there? Why didn't they leave it ominous? Why did he have to go to Vegas? Is this movie promoting, or... I'm not even going to ask you that because you're going to say, yes, it is promoting poker, gambling, but I thought it would have been so much cooler if he would have just... Like, he could have went to Vegas, but why do we have to know? Why couldn't he have just said goodbye to the girl, got in the cab, and drove off? If you're watching the movie and paying attention, you know that he doesn't know when to walk away. Like, again,
I don't know that.
The line that he says, he knows he shouldn't be here, but sometimes, that doesn't matter. He never walks away. He doesn't walk away with KGB at the end, which worked out in his favor. He doesn't walk away with KGB in the beginning, which nearly destroyed him. So
he also doesn't walk away from Johnny Chan in Atlantic City.
And he doesn't walk away from Worm. Worm had to go run away from him. He just was going back home, hit the highway. So we know this about him, that he doesn't walk away. So they could have just left it obscure. And we could have made that decision on our own that he's going to Vegas. But it could have just been, they could have tied it up so nicely if they would have just left it with breaking even, and there it is. Because now I kind of want to see a sequel. I want to know what happens to him at Vegas.
Isn't this the tea kettle calling the pot black? You have directed multiple films, want something wrapped up in a bow.
They wrapped it up in the wrong kind of bow.
Oh, okay.
They over wrapped it. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. If I could change one thing about this film, it's how David feels about it. Because at the end of the film here, the reason why it is okay with me what happens is because of the fact that, again, they leave it up to interpretation. His voiceover says, I'm going to Atlantic City. Does that grand prize have my name on it? I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. To me, it's, again, remove the poker aspect from it. What they're saying is, we've all been knocked down, beginning of the film. Mm-hmm. We've all come back up. We've all had that moment where we could have went left or went right. But at the end of the film, he's saying, with all my experiences, what I'm not going to do is not know. So if you want to be an actor, if you want to be a photographer, you want to be a skydiver, school teacher, whatever it is you want to be, once you've been through everything, the true testament of who you are is moving forward after everything you've been through. So them simply saying him beating KGB and then, it's over with, no. Life still goes on. That's why I gave him Best Actor, because he had to put everybody's else dreams and ambitions above his.
Obviously,
it's not obvious. So you knew he was going to Atlantic City after that.
No, I didn't. But obviously, life goes on. Obviously, after girl and guy get together in a Disney film, the movie ends with their marriage, but they go on to become miserable. We know things like this, but the Disney film doesn't tell us they move on to be miserable. It ends with the wedding. I'm saying that KGB, him breaking even, that is a perfect final...
but why are you surprised? He says it early in the movie. He was watching VHS tapes of the World Series of Poker. You didn't think he was going?
He says it earlier in the movie, so why did they have to put it on the cap? Like, KGB was a perfect final chapter. Him going to Vegas, that was like chapter 1
was it a gamble?
Of a new book.
It's a film. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
All right. I will give you that.
Thank you.
It is poetic in the sense that it begins on a gamble and ends on a gamble.
No, it's not poetic. It's poketic.
and it's like the fact that he will never stop.
You don't know that.
Oh,
no, we do know that. Because they said on the film a bunch of time, for a guy who doesn't play poker twice in 1 week, Mikey. Oh, Petra, sweetheart. Petra.
Yeah.
Call me.
So you don't have anything to
No,
change?
and like I said, if I had the only thing I wouldn't what only thing I would change about the film is again would be the talk of there being a second film, and that's directly related to that film because again I mentioned earlier I don't like sequels. I don't want to see another Coming to America. I don't want to see New Jack City, Nino's Revenge, or he really did make it, Ice T's. Like I don't want to see all that stuff,
I think
man.
they should
Sometimes.
do Rounders 2, the story of Joe.
No, round is in. Why would you can't even call this round two? It's like here we go again, around again, merry-go-round. It's like no, man, leave it how it is.
Merry-Go-Round was Tenet. That was
Ah, we did do that. Thank you so much. So those are what we could and would change for the film.
Find us in all these links. It's coming up right now.
That's the trailer.